So this is going to be on the movie review. This one's called Body Double 1984, starring Melanie Griffith in her breakthrough role as a hardcore porn actress. Although in the movie it's all softcore, dry humping, and partial nudity. Well, this is a Columbia TriStar Pictures release. The DVD sucks because it's formatted to old school TVs. I don't know why Netflix puts out this stuff, but anyway, when you see the rolling credits, it's heavily they're heavily skewed to the right. They don't flow down the middle, and they're pretty cool rolling credits with a vampire kiss movie within a movie playing in the background. I love Brian De Palma. I thought The Fury was great. Here's another great one. It's definitely a ripoff on Peeping Tom slash Rear Window slash Vertigo that Brian De Palma had the gall to rip off on Hitchcock and early Peeping Tom nudity type stuff. Was pretty cool. I thought he blended the two well together, and he wasn't ashamed to do it. The body double part is kind of a unique twist plot ending. Um, so, shall we get to the story? Starts out with the claustrophobic guy who's who also happens to be the main actor, the vampire in Vampire Kiss, a low budget B type horror flick. Lots of bare breasts. So he's in a coffin. He freaks out because he doesn't like being contained in confined space, I guess. I guess he feels like a sardine fish or something. So he can't do the scene. He gets fired. Meanwhile, his girlfriend is fucking some other dude at her place where he lives. I guess she's shacking up with her. And so he's heartbroken and he's unemployed. Some blonde guy says, "Hey, why don't you come live in my friend's house?" He's got a like a telescope thing where you can scope out this hot babe next door, played by Melanie Griffith, but you think it's the other actress. So there's a little something strange is happening. Meanwhile, some indigenous guy is like following her around. And it's not the Melanie Griffith character. It's the other actress. I guess who looks like Melanie Griffith without the face. I don't know. So this guy is like hitting her, beating her up, while Peeping Tom, unemployed actor, heartbroken guy, who's living in this weird-looking Howard Lloyd Wright type Hollywood house, taking care of the plants. Because the blonde guy says that you got a good deal living there. All he has to do is water the plants because the owner is out in Europe. So the guy's living there. He's following his neighbor around, peeping on her when she's doing like a soft porn routine. I guess it's supposed to be hardcore, according to Melanie Griffith. But Melanie Griffith is her body double, so she's doing these acts for 2 nights. She does it like clockwork. The blonde guy says. And then all of a sudden, he was just driving around. He sees her green Mercedes. It looks yellow though, and naturally, the indigenous person is following her around the mall. So he keeps following her. Like she buys some panties and throws it away, and he picks it up. He keeps following her to the beach. She gets a motel room. There's the indigenous guy. Once again, they call him Indian, which is confusing nowadays. You think Indian is somebody from India. But, back then, Indian meant Native American. Which is also confusing because America isn't a continent. And anyway, enough about the politically correct stuff of the current era. Getting back to the movie. So the Indian guy, he steals Melanie Griffith's purse, or not Melanie Griffith, her body double, whatever the actress is. Melanie Griffith's blonde in this one. She probably bleached it, but maybe not. It looks like bleach blonde, kind of porn star type hairdo, lesbian butch cut. But this other actress has long black hair, which makes it confusing. But anyway, the Indian takes her purse. The unemployed actor dude chases the Indian in the tunnel, starts to get claustrophobic. The Indian just kind of takes her card key to get inside her house, and that's when all the weirdness begins. All of a sudden, they start kissing for no apparent reason, holding each other, big romantic scene. Then he's like scoping him out again. Some cop arrives with her, and then the cop leaves, and then there's the Indian guy again upstairs. This time he's got a cool looking drill weapon that he uses to kill her. So the guy's watching all this happen. He tries to pick up the phone to warn her that the Indian's right behind her. The Indian tries to choke her at the phone. So he runs across the street, grabs a couple of jogger guys, and then the Indian guy kills her with the drill thing on the top floor, while the dog's biting the unemployed actor on the bottom floor. Two joggers are watching him getting bit, trying to get rid of the white dog. You see the white dog at the end of the movie too, which is kind of cool. So the police think that the guy's a pervert, a sexual predator, because he likes peeping in onto her window when she's half naked and doing her, fake masturbation routine or whatever. So he watches. So he's just kind of depressed there, drinking all the guys' booze and make trash in the place. Then he sees a porno called Holly Does Hollywood or something. It sounds like Happy Hooker Goes to Hollywood. Anyway, it's supposed to be hardcore porn, but it's really soft porn in the movie, at least. And Melanie Griffith is the Holly in the movie. All of a sudden, he has an epiphany, like, "Oh, wait a minute, that's the body that I was peeping on, and I couldn't see her face." So he auditions at this production company for pornos, where Holly works, and then then it starts to get really weird. All of a sudden, it turns into a Frankie Goes to Hollywood video. Relax. It's like a MTV video, but at a porn production company. It's really bizarre. And then even more bizarre, he slicks back his hair. He's got this porn producer outfit. He tries to convince Holly that he's a porn producer. She thinks he's a weirdo. She tries to escape from him after he invites her back to his place. Starts asking him all these questions like, why did you pose at that woman's house upstairs? Blah 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 blah. Starts interrogating her. She can't stand him. She starts to run away. And then the Indian guy picks her up as a hitchhiker. The actor dude follows them, and I don't want to spoil the ending, but pretty cool ending, especially when they blended in the Vampire Kiss movie at the end, even during the rolling credits. There's a pretty cool scene at the end too, with was it kind of like shoveling dirt on both of them, and of course he's got the claustrophobia thing. So that was pretty cool. Kind of reminded me of Dark Shadows or a Premature Burial. So I guess it wasn't exactly a ripoff of Vertigo, because Vertigo was kind of more like vertigo condition instead of a claustrophobia condition. But the scene in the tunnel with the Indian and the black-haired lady, that was kind of they do the same camera trick as in Vertigo, where they make the tunnel look longer from his perspective, like what they did with the tower scene in Vertigo. So there's that. Pretty cool. Blatant ripoff on Hitchcock right there. But I can't complain, though. I mean, if it was a great movie the first time, why not try to redo it a second time? Put a little spin on it. Make claustrophobia. So I love Brian De Palma movies. I don't think I've ever seen one that I dislike. Although I haven't seen too many of his movies, just a few. This one, The Fury, and Carrie, of course. Carrie used to play on television all the time. Uh, so I guess that's how I got over my fear of horror flicks was by watching Carrie. Because it scared the crap out of me, and I wasn't scared of any other movies after that. So, and the Fury was great too, especially the ending scene. Expect a great ending from Brian De Palma, but really in this one, the entire last 45 minutes or so was great after the tunnel scene. So check it out. Highly recommend it later.